This is a very quick video about my frustration with motorcycle HID relay harnesses. Um, there's a fundamental lack of understanding of motorcycles in general when they build them like this. And I will explain here in a moment. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at what a general motorcycle looks like. 9 times out of 10, your battery is located under the seat. There's not any motorcycles that I'm aware of where the battery is somewhere closer to the front where the engine intake, forks, radiator, headlight, and all the other stuff go. The battery generally goes near the back. So in this case, your battery is here and all the other stuff is up here. And if you were really wanting to make this installation of an HID kit as clean as humanly possible, you would only have your HID wires up here and the original headlight plug up here, and that's it. Everything else would go back here, or it would go in a place where you could store it in the trunk. And let's just take a look at what the harness looks like from most major manufacturers of relay harnesses. Here's some battery leads that are supposed to go to the battery on the bike. They've got that part right, but where they go wrong is the entire length of this wire requires that you stuff your relay, your headlight plug, your ballast connection, your ballast, your igniter, and then your wire plugs all in one spot. And where are you going to put that exactly? Well, you could take your fairings off and try to zip tie it to random things, or you could just try to put it near the triple tree forks and it possibly get in the way of your steering. This relay and many others, this is just a Moto Control Morimoto relay right here that's supposed to be for motorcycles, is thought in a completely backwards fashion. Everything here, with the exception of this, needs to be flipped around. All of this stuff, this connector, this relay box, all of it needs to shift way down here. So really what you need to have is your battery leads for your battery. You need to have a moderate length of cable, and your relay needs to be right about here. Okay, not way down here, but over here, so that you can put the relay under the seat or in the trunk area. And then from that relay, you can extend your plug wire all the way to the front where the forks go and where your headlight plug is, and your bulb wires, which are here. And most ballasts are just going to have this, so amp extension wires are generally what you're going to want to need, like this. You get it out of the package here. Amp extension wires, like these. These are, I don't know how long in length, but they're plenty long enough here. Okay, so you'll just use these. You'll plug these into your ballast, right? And ideally what's going to happen here is, instead of all this crap being up by your fork, you've got this extended, and this is more than likely what I'm going to end up doing. Every time I have to look at a relay harness of any kind, there is a modification necessary in order to get it work properly for your setup. In this case, this is fine. I can tuck that in and then use my amp connectors here and extend my bulb wire all the way out to the headlight, right? Okay, that goes to the headlight. That's the only thing that needs to go up by your forks, by your steering, everything else. That and this That's it. These are the only two things that need to be extending from the seat and trunk area, is these two things right here. I understand that this is necessary, these extension wires, because most ballasts have the bulb wires at a set length. They're generally the same from ballast to ballast. That's just the way it is. But this right here, this extremely long length of battery cable is totally unnecessary, and it's stupid. And whoever came up with how to do these, how to make these relays, has, like I said, almost completely done it absolutely backwards. This could be shortened by about here. This is all the length I need, and this is what needs to be longer. Okay, so really this is easy to fix. All right, 2 wires, you know, snip them or de-pin it, solder some extra length of wire on here, shrink it up, reconnect your connector, you're good to go, right? But that's just more work than I intended on doing, and I'm gonna have to do it because I have not found a relay that is actually built properly for a motorcycle. This is just kind of my mini rant. I hope that this makes sense to you guys, that, you know, if you have a motorcycle and you start putting together an HID kit and you start to realize, wow, they want me to put this up in the front, this up in the front, this up in the front, and this up in the front. Why? The whole point of this is so that you can tuck this stuff somewhere else, right? That there's extra length to tuck it somewhere else. But you can't do that. You can't, because it's all right here. All of it is right here. So that's not going to work. And what's the point of this exactly? Why is this so long? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, you could probably use a car relay, frankly, and get the same exact thing with that as you would with this. The only difference being that this relay is only set up for 1 ballast instead of 2. That's it. And like I said, you can buy single relays and wire up your own relay and just use that if you really wanted to, and just hook, you know, if you know how to you know, deal with relays, making something like this where the low beam triggers it is fine, right? For my specific motorcycle, I have a separate high beam that comes on in conjunction with the low beam, so all I need at that point is just a splitter on the bulb that goes to the high beam, and then wire that to my projector to lower the shield. But like I said, this is all wrong. All of this is all wrong. The battery wires and stuff, you know, I've told the retrofit source this, you know, hey, this makes more sense. You need to push this stuff back, shorten these, and lengthen your headlight cable, right? And just include some of these in the kit, because I understand the ballast situation. I understand that ballasts have the set length there, but that's all you got to do. That's it. It's really not that hard. But every relay I've seen, every motorcycle oriented relay I've seen has been backwards. So just a quick rant. Hopefully this makes sense to you guys. If you're getting something like this, you're trying to put an HID kit in your bike, and you're sitting there and you're scratching your head and you're going, why is this not working? Why is this clusterfuck right up by my forks? Why is this impossible to mount anywhere cleanly, or impossible to mount somewhere without it somehow getting in the way of my steering? Hopefully this is why. This is an explanation of why this is happening.